half hour before the scheduled start time.
Must be something special.
Hey, there's Joe. How's it going, Joe? Fuck, I missed you, dude.
No, you're just talking to me. Stop putting on a show.
I'm not. I'm putting on a show to no one. I just said I missed you, dude. Nice guy.
No, I missed. Well, I didn't miss you, to be honest, because I just saw you like 2 days ago.
Yeah.
So
yeah, you told me to start it up, and all you saw in my living room was like papers and controllers go flying in the air, and
all right,
my kids going, "What's going on?" I'm like, "I gotta go."
Hold on, papers and what? What's going on? Why aren't your kids in bed?
Yeah. Why aren't the kids in bed? It's because it's still early.
No, it's school night.
Well, I was just putting one in the bath, and I'm like, well, you're going to have to go on autopilot on your own here because I got to do a thing.
A bath? What, the 6-year-old?
8-year-old, yeah.
The what?
8-year-old.
8-year-old. Oh, yeah, I got the 6-year-old.
Yeah. So she's going to look after herself for a bit.
Yeah.
Get herself to bed.
She's 8.
Yeah. Normally, do you not feel you have to be there keeping them going so they don't lose track of what they're doing? You know, they could be in the tub playing for an hour. Or do you have people that do that?
If they like playing in cold bath water, which is kind of gross.
Yeah, they do that.
Both of mine have showers. 6 and 8-year-old.
Well, because they have nice, beautiful walk-in showers, right?
No, they use the one in our bedroom. Mind you, the 6-year-old goes in with my wife, so just so she can have help washing her hair and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. No, I was playing some Drake's 4, up to 4 now.
Why?
Finished off 3 today. And I thought, what the hell? Let's just keep going. And it's exciting because I played through 1, 2, and 3, you know, and they're all long games. I guess 3 isn't as long as the rest, but I was so excited to actually play a Drake's game that was intended for the PS4 compared to all these other ones that were just remasters.
That's a good point.
So I thought, yeah, I'm going to start it. And yeah, it's like stark difference in animation. You're like, wow, this looks so freaking good. Tons of cutscenes. So I could see some people being upset that there's so much story in a cutscene, but I mean, that's how you build a story.
Oh, yeah, it came with my PS4, right? Is that the one that came with the PS4?
Well, I don't know. Mine, the one I got apparently at EB Games because it has an EB Games sticker on it, and on the back it's a not for resale version. So it was a pack-in originally.
Hold on. I'm gonna look at my box here.
Go look at his box. Hey, Adam, Techno Dork, Jay stopping in.
That's what it says on the cover.
See how I slipped that in without him knowing?
What?
So yours was a pack-in?
Yeah. You're just talking to me.
I am.
People in the chat can talk to themselves. I told you.
Don't go crazy.
Fucking sucking everybody's tit.
Really?
Yes.
Why are you this way?
Because a podcast is just supposed to be you and me talking.
It is. Holy mackerel. Why are you so upset all the time?
Why do you keep doing the same shit all the time?
Doing what shit? You walked away from the mic and I tied my shoe.
Yeah.
Whew. So yeah, I started 4 off and it's very cinematic heavy. It's really it's good though. I like it.
Well, how else are they supposed to tell a story? What do people want?
I don't know. So did you get through 3? Do you think?
Yeah. What do you mean, do I think?
Like, you know, you don't have memory for these kind of things.
I got through 3 and then I had to go back and do 2 again for the fucking podcast.
Oh. Did you notice that 3, like the aiming seemed like way off? Like you could be aiming at a guy's head and just putting multiple rounds in it, and they don't even.
No, that I don't remember.
I found that the aiming was not.
How did 3 end off again?
I'm not going to spoil it for people. Like, what if like Duke or someone was watching this and he was wondering what happened at the end of 3? So I don't want to spoil it. What are you doing?
Here.
What?
Can you leave the fucking chat alone?
I'm not talking.
I'm watching what's going on, buddy.
Did I talk to the chat?
Listen, I'm already sick of this. I came on just so you and I could talk.
And we're talking.
You're pandering. That's what you're doing.
Okay. Yeah.
Come on. I really don't want to be here then if you're going to do this.
What do you mean? What am I doing, dude? I'm trying to talk to you. 3 left off just like all the other games where he's barely escaping out of a city that's imploding on itself. You remember?
Which one was the Tree of Life one?
Was that the first one? I think it was the first one. Or no, it was second one maybe. I don't know.
Damn it. Can't remember.
I don't know, but it was at least 3 was like under 10 hours to play kind of thing. So that was fun. And yeah, I thought piss on it. Let's just go right for 4. And the little kid likes sitting there watching it too, because it is so cinematic. And there's lots of shits and assholes in the dialogue, but
yeah. What about all the sexual innuendo?
No, none of that. He's a family man right off the bat. So
I haven't played it yet. I don't know what's going on.
Oh, I'm telling you. Listen,
you didn't want to give spoilers, but you want to say that.
That's immediately.
I don't care.
In the beginning.
I wanted to be surprised.
Okay. So, well, I don't want to tell you anything else then, because things do reveal themselves early on.
I was thinking of starting up God of War.
No, you should do it.
I know. It's going to be a long game, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, man. I'm just not in the mood.
That's why I was hesitant with starting 4. I know that's going to be super long, but it's nice to play it.
It's done in chapters, though, still, isn't it?
Yeah. It's nice to play something that was designed for the PS4. That's all I've been playing is remasters on this thing. So let's play an actual, full-on PS4 game.
You were just playing, I just gave you Attack on Titan. That's not a remaster. No. It's a freaking Japanese game.
Yeah, but it's cartoony, right? So I just...
Yeah.
Yeah. It wasn't jaw-dropping graphically. And it's an older one, so maybe it was designed for the PS3 as well. The first Titan. Anyways, I gave that back to you without finishing it. I got the gist of it.
Yeah, so that's the big epic battle with the skinless gigantic lady.
Yeah.
She was a tough bitch, man.
I mean,
that's all I remember.
I don't know if I screwed myself over because I got the wrong swords, and they were like burning out immediately, and I'm constantly having to get find the dudes who give you inventory. So that was kind of a pain in the neck. They were good swords, but they broke almost immediately, and you'd burn through them. And then
I don't remember which one I used. I don't know. It was definitely like a hack and slash game. I don't even want to say I even mastered any of the controls to the game whatsoever. Especially with the slingshotting and being able to do it on a smooth basis where you're not, you don't touch the ground or you crash into a building and then whatever, right? I enjoyed it. It was different.
Some of the swinging got janky, but my main frustration was when you're anchored into one of these giants and you have to choose as you're anchored in what part of the body you want to attack. And it just, you got to anchor in, then you got to select which part of the body. And it just seems I was always picking the wrong part. And there is a nuance to it to, really get the rhythm of the battle. And once you got that down, yeah, good enough. Let's move on to something else. Right?
All right. So you're going to do Uncharted 4.
Doing that. Yeah.
Keep looking over at God of War, but I don't know.
Well, why not?
I don't know, man.
What?
I know it's supposed to be great. I don't know. Did you guys get any rain yet?
It's been trickling, spitting out. I've stayed in because it was not a nice day out, but nothing heavy, just trickling.
All day? I'm still dying for some rain to come down. I put seed and soil on the grass yesterday.
Yeah,
I get all that rain today.
You advised me to do it again, but I have not, and we are still with a frost advisory, I think. So it was a good idea for me to hold off then. But
I use that Rescue 911 or.
Yeah, that stuff's expensive.
No,
you don't get a lot of it. You don't get a lot of it.
Yeah, the bag's pretty big, man. It's got it's got fertilizer, seed, and poo in there. So you put it all down. I had like a bag and a half. I had half a bag from last year. I said, screw it. I just threw it down on all the grass. And then I went to, I did my first trip to Home Depot. Since you could actually walk into the stores, and it was pretty good. I had to go twice because I miscalculated. I was building 2 planter boxes from leftover deck material. We had a massive 16 or 18 foot deck board. So I used it to make 2 outer boxes for the wife for the planters. So we're going to do some tomatoes and peppers and stuff. So it was one of my days. Then I ran over to Metro, picked up 17 bags of planter soil. And today I dug out 3 bushes, which took all day because of the root system. So that's it.
What was wrong with the bushes?
I didn't like them.
Then why are they there?
They're the stupid bushes that are they're the low-lying bushes, but it's all dead underneath except for the top layer, and they just keep getting bigger and bigger.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah.
So I said, and they're the ones that were in the backyard. So I just dug them out. Literally, it took me 5 hours, and we're just going to put some plants in there for this year and see what we can do next year. Cleaned it up though.
Was there a lineup to get in the hardware store?
Not when I went in the morning, and then I went back in the afternoon. There was a lineup, but I was still in within 10 minutes. But once you got in, it was actually kind of busy. There was a big lineup for checkout, especially in the lumber department. Just because, everyone's got drywall or 2x4s or whatever. There's only one checkout. The stuff I was buying was for the planter boxes, so I just went right to self-checkout. It was pretty good. Nice and easy.
All right, so do you want to hear about Canadian Tire?
Okay.
The odyssey that is Canadian Tire during all of this. So early on in their shutdown, I did an online order with them and took shipping. Remember, this was for barbecue parts 3 months ago, and got the shipping option. And I found shipping was not very good because it cost extra money, and they got delayed. And then when I finally got my package from them, it was like an open box. I mean, the thing inside the box was new and everything, but it's kind of a drag that the packaging is open that you get. So I complain about that. That is shitty practice to send people open boxes. So I had to order something else from them, and they were doing curbside pickup.
Hold on, say that again. What got sent to you?
That's when I was ordering barbecue parts.
You got sent an open box?
Yeah. Inside the shipping box was the package, and in that package was open. It was like an open box. But the stuff inside was new, appeared new. But
why would they even do that? That is.
That's Canadian Tire. So this time,
that's your Canadian Tire.
No, this came from the warehouse. That's why it kept getting delayed. That part came from the warehouse. The part that got shipped from my actual store arrived within a week, so that was fine. But the part that had to come from the warehouse that isn't stocked in the store, that took way longer, and then I got sent this open box. So the next order I had to make, and I'm going to get this with curbside pickup because that'll be faster, right? Curbside pickup.
Well, it should have been. Because I did that curbside, and mine was a 1 day wait.
Yeah.
The 1 day I ordered from Canadian Tire and Home Depot, both curbside, and then I had to wait 1 day for both of them, and then they were ready.
Yeah, this was the opening weekend that they were getting closed 100%. Like you could still walk in early on, right? And then they got shut down all the way. So that weekend we were on overnights, and I put this order in before that complete shutdown order came into effect on Monday, kind of thing. And I put the order in overnight on Sunday. And these pricks, man, it took after 1 day, no email to come pick up. 2 days, no email to come pick things up. On the third day, I was out doing errands. I'm like, I'm going to drive over there and ask them just get my shit. It's 3 days. Just get my stuff off the shelf. And when I bought it, I made sure it was in inventory in that store. So it's there. So on the third day, I pull in to the pickup area, and I'm like, no, I didn't get the email to say to come here, but maybe you can check on my order because it's got to be ready. It's 3 days. So it's got to be ready on 3 days, right? He's like, oh, no, we're like on a 4 day wait for pickup. So you got to wait for your thing. I'm like, okay, but I'm here. How about you just run in and get my 3 items? They're right there, 3 items. No, you got to wait until we call you or you get an email. Like, okay, 4 days, you say, hey, yeah. So that's 1 more day. Yep. So go home. And I don't know if you saw on my Twitter, I kept ranting about this because I let it go 8 days before I complained on Twitter. And nothing. And then the 9th day, then we were going back to work on day shift Monday and Tuesday. So we're working 7 to 7. And I'd be coming back into town and passing that Canadian Tire at 7 o'clock, both those nights. So on the Monday night, which would have been the 9th day, I'm like, well, I don't need it tonight. I can't do anything with it anyways. So Tuesday night, if I still don't hear from them, I'm going in there and rattling chains because this is crazy. Sure enough, I don't hear anything from them Monday. I don't hear anything from them Tuesday. That's 9 days of waiting for a curbside pickup of inventory that's on a shelf that all they have to do is grab it and bring it to me. By now, the store has been opened by the government, so you can go in and shop, and they actually open up and accept customers, even though they are this far behind on pickups. So I go in there and to customer service, and yeah, here's my order. Can I have it now, please? Oh, no, you got to wait till it's ready. We don't have it ready for you. I'm like, well, it's just these 3 items. Maybe someone can go get it, and then that'll be it. They're like, no, we can't put you ahead of 3,000 other orders. I'm like, 3,000 other orders? You're behind 3,000? Really? I'm like, okay, how about I go get it and it's paid for? I can just go out the door. Oh, no, we can't. We won't be able to check out your order. That would be putting you ahead of 3,000 people, and we just can't do that. Okay.
So they're like busiest Canadian Tire in Canada?
Yeah, in Canada, in the world. And as you walk in, you can see they have 7-foot racks, 4 deep, taking over the front of the store of all of these pickup orders that are just sitting there. And it's not like people are running them out to cars. They're just sitting there. It's a
they're
complete
sitting there until the people
organizational
decide to come in and pick
fiasco.
them up, right? How long can they hold on to sit on the orders? Like you get an email saying your order's ready. How long?
Beats me. So I said, what can we do here? She's like, well, we can cancel your order and you can go get the stuff off your shelf and we'll purchase it again. Like, she's like, you want me to cancel your order now? I'm like, well, wait, let me go see if it's actually still on the shelf. So I have to run to the shelf and find the items. I find them. It was the last one of this, the last one of that. And they had plenty of the other thing. I grab all 3 and I come back. She goes, okay, I'm going to cancel your order and we'll just ring this other one back through. I'm like, okay, that's good. So she cancels the order and she goes, okay, that's canceled. So now we'll just ring this through. And okay, that'll be, $40 or whatever. I go, okay, so I'm paying for it again. Yep, we canceled it. So you'll be getting a refund for that. Okay, do you have a receipt for the cancelization? No, you don't get a receipt for that. You'll get an email. And as I'm there, I'm looking through my emails, right? No email. She's like, no, you'll get an email like in an hour saying it's canceled. I'm like, so I got to trust you guys that you indeed canceled it? You know what I mean? Before I repurchase it again? Oh, yeah. And then once you get that cancelization email, it'll take a few days, but we'll refund your card. So I got to trust you guys again? That you'll give me the money back? That you did indeed cancel it? What a complete farce and a fiasco. It was unbelievable. Meanwhile, the next day, I made another order from Sport Check, who is owned by the same conglomerate, same mother company. Same thing, curbside pickup. They called me within an hour saying they were ready for their pickup. It's like,
well, 3,000 people are going to Sport Check.
Okay, if I get 3,000 orders behind, you should not open the store up to the public because you are beyond not ready for business, right? Shouldn't you get those people looked after first? Or shouldn't you have all of your employees at the door in lineups just running shit out back and forth? Because it's not happening.
Well, like I said, though, the people have to be there to pick it up.
You don't think people are showing up for their stuff?
Well, apparently not quickly enough if they had that much stuff on the standby shelf. They're waiting to be.
Well, Amazon, I just don't think they're organized to get their order and call this person and then run it out. They're just completely disorganized. Amazon has nothing to worry about. And I bought nonsense, but imagine if it was important stuff like kerosene fuel or, dog food for my animals, Oh, you think 9 days waiting is reasonable? I don't care what's going on in the world. If you fall that far behind, stop the orders. Stop taking orders. Hey, boss, we're 500 orders behind. Oh, we better shut it down. No, I'm going to wait 3,000. Great job, Canadian Tire.
They just want to get people's money. I stocked up on dog food before or right when this nonsense was going down. I think I still have one bag left that's full.
Then no problem taking the money immediately.
Heard dog groomers are going to be opening up next week. My guy's dying for a haircut. I trimmed the hair around his eyes with a pair of dog scissors. That was sketchy.
Yeah.
He's I should have just used my wall clippers on him and just went to town. I don't know. My wife was like worried about how he would look. And I'm like, who gives a shit how he looks? What do you care about the dog and how he looks?
Yeah, our dog's a disaster.
She's so stupid.
And we both have dogs where their hair will just always grow. It must be groomed. It's not like, a shedding dog that you groom for looks.
$65. Let me cut his hair myself.
I don't even know if your wall would be strong enough because they have they have that really weird fine hair that is hard to cut.
No, I got not the ones I use on my face. I'm talking like old school walls that weigh like 10 pounds. Serious plug in industrial walls.
Yeah, and the dog would lose a foot.
Well, it's got the guard on it. All right. These are ones I bought like back in the day when we were me and my two friends were cutting our own hair in the garage just to save money.
That's not gay at all.
Nope, it's not gay at all.
What? Dude.
Why would it be like, why would you say that? Gay? Why would you say it's gay?
I did not say that.
Really?
I did. Yeah.
I heard you clearly.
Me and Tony are going in the garage and we're going to clipper each other. That's stuff kids did.
No, we were in college, man. Saving money.
Oh, even better.
Yeah. Wasting money on haircuts.
What were you doing with your hair in college?
I was doing like the fade on the side, shit up, longer on the top, short on the sides.
Well, that's what people are doing now. Or are you talking?
No, I'm not doing I wasn't doing the hipster haircut like we make fun of.
No Hitler Youth?
No, none of that. I don't know. Anything to save a buck, man. We're spending money on other things. Not wasting on stupid haircuts.
What were you spending money on? Let me guess. Car sound systems.
Cars, yep.
Sound systems.
Video games.
No, car sound systems.
My car didn't have a sound system.
Big subwoofer in the back. Here comes Joe.
That's stereotype.
Boom, boom,
boom, boom, boom. What was I playing? What's that? What was that Italian music that people played back when? Back when Italy won the World Cup the last time. Remember, I went downtown Italy in Toronto there, and everybody's doing this slow 5-kilometer-an-hour drive down the street with the boxes. What is that type of dance music?
So you got me.
Damn it.
Enrique?
Yeah. Anyway, I wasn't Enrique. Anyway, I didn't have, I wasn't playing stupid, I didn't have stereos in my car.
Well, you weren't spending it on video games because you didn't have any at this point.
Hey, did. Actually, I think I was more into PC gaming back then.
No.
And I was barely working too because I was still in school.
Yeah, you probably all your money was going to school because you went to three different post-secondary schools, figuring out what amazing career you were going to have, and you picked the best one.
Yeah, I did.
Good. I'm glad you think that. No future in banking.
You have to like what you do.
Why are you so miserable all day at work?
Because I got to work with certain people.
Not me. You don't mean me. What are you looking at? What are you doing?
My notes.
Oh. Well, I'm ready to strap in and listen to these notes.
I just deleted them all.
Oh, I'm going to get you back. I'm not going to have anything to talk about. I deleted them.
I finished, I don't know if I told you, I finished season 3 of Ozark finally. And then I mentioned to you that I'd watched Alien Nation on, what was it?
I was on one of those movie channels.
Yeah, I think it was the 1990 channel. 90s movies. That's what it's called.
Mm-hmm. I saw it on there. It was over by the time I saw it. I'd be curious to see how it holds up. Jimmy Caan.
Yep. It held up. It was pretty short though. Like, I'm trying to think if there are really any negatives about it. I don't know. Even the alien makeup and stuff still held up. It was, the standard alien. It took place in 1991. Typical alien spacecraft appears over Earth, and we assimilate these people into our culture because they were originally slaves or something. I think what it was.
Right.
They were bred for manual labor.
Yeah. They could adapt to whatever they needed to do, right? As a task.
Yeah. So they were like, and then
they
Jimmy Kahn loses his partner that was killed by one of these aliens, and then he takes on an alien partner, the first ever to become detective, and they both try and solve this case.
Were the aliens like they were on the run from something? That's why they made it to Earth. Like they they had to get away from something, or
if
they escaped.
If they said anything about that, it was right at the start, but I don't remember right now.
And was there any resolution at the end for like if they were staying on Earth, or we had?
No, they weren't. What they were trying to solve wasn't
right. I know, but
kick them off the Earth kind of thing.
I'm wondering about the grander story. Like, were they thinking that we had to prepare for whoever was chasing them at some point? Or?
No, nothing like that. No, just ended like it does in Lethal Weapon. Actually, I think it might have been like a ripoff. Did that come out after the first Lethal Weapon?
I don't. How did Lethal Weapon end?
The usual shit at the end, man. Like where they
storm on.
They're both like about they're both beaten up and dying, and they kill the bad guy.
They have to storm a big compound.
No, this one didn't take place in a compound at the end. It was in the water. It's almost a take on Lethal Weapon.
Yeah, I could see that.
Khan was Mel, crazy guy, and then the alien was the other guy, straight faced. Danny Glover.
So is it the same? I never saw it, but like, didn't Will Smith do one of these alien movies on Netflix? Or was it the movie channels? You saw it. I remember you talking about it.
I saw it.
Is it the same idea?
Now you got me curious.
Remember Will Smith didn't he have a alien partner or something? And
I saw that. Wait, was that a TV show or a movie?
It was like made for Netflix or made for the streaming service, one of them.
Yeah. Will Smith, IMDb, right? That was just recent. That was like a couple of years ago. Yeah,
that's why I'm asking you about it. I'm not asking you to look things up. Should I lose my shit right now on you for looking shit up?
Or is that different? You got me.
So that's okay.
You got me curious now about it.
So I shouldn't lose my shit on you.
Was that a TV show?
No, I just.
I'm trying to look up an answer to answer your question.
It was a movie.
No, don't lose your shit.
If you don't have it in your head, then I don't want to know.
How would I have it in my head if I'm looking it up?
Because you just saw it.
I didn't. What is going on here?
I don't know.
Director, actor. God damn it. Spies in Disguise. Gemini Man was definitely before that one. Bright, no.
Yeah, Breitbart or something. Bright something.
Oh, yeah, Bright. 2017. The detective must work with an orc to find a powerful wand before evil creatures do.
Oh, yeah. It's kind of different.
Was that a one-off?
Let me answer it one more time. It was like a movie of the week for Netflix.
Then I never saw all of it. I'll have to go back and take a look then. So yeah, check out Alien Nation. It's definitely a nice walk down memory lane there. And I also watched Seinfeld's new comedy special on Netflix. Check that out.
I watched about the first 25 minutes of it before I went to sleep.
Before you were tired and went to sleep, or before it made you fall asleep?
Well, maybe a little bit of both. I wasn't very happy with it, to be honest with you. If I could be honest for a second. I thought the material sounded not fresh. Maybe the concepts were not that surprising. I didn't laugh out loud once in 20 minutes. So, I mean, there was humor there. It was like chuckling, but if I'm watching a stand-up comic, it's got to have me in tears within 20 minutes.
Well, you and I saw Mark Maron and you weren't in tears.
I was still laughing out loud. He still caught me off guard, which is what you're supposed to do in comedy. The Seinfeld thing I don't know, unless it gets a lot better after 20 minutes. It was just, and I loved watching it. I love, having him in my face for that amount of time. I'm not going to say it's bad, but
I never saw a Seinfeld comedy special before. That was my first one.
Oh, yeah, he's done some before. It just, I don't know. I could see where every joke was going, and I didn't have those big moments where I was totally surprised by the punchline and got me laughing. So, he's doing the fake angry thing, and I don't know.
I don't know. Now that we know more of him, especially through that comedian in Cars, it just seems like him being angry and is sort of his normal personality, doesn't it? He just seems like he's ready to go off on any second. He's got no tolerance for anything anymore. Especially stupid people.
I guess. I don't know. Go put on a Brian Regan special. You want to laugh out loud. Or Jim Gaffigan. Jim Gaffigan, the most prolific content creator during this whole quarantine. Subscribe to his channel, man. He's locked at home with his 5 kids and wife, doing weekly shows on YouTube, live shows, live streams. He's got a cooking segment, which is hilarious every day. I'd like to know what the deal is. Like, is he just shooting everything and sending it to an editor to pump this, get this stuff cut together, or what? There's no way his wife is cutting this together for him. It's just too much content. Got a new cooking segment every day. Let's get cooking. Let's get cooking. I love it. He cooked hot dogs. Cooked meatball subs. Does it in his underwear sometimes, which is exciting. What are you looking at?
That's my excited interest in Jimmy Gaffigan.
And you wonder why I refer to the chat. So what I've been checking out on the Netflix, I've gotten back into the Trailer Park Boys. It's been a long time since I've done that. So I decided to jump back into that. I had to figure out where I left off. And that was a trip. I think it was season 5 I left off on. So I had to figure out where I was, because it's probably been, God, maybe up to 10 years since I watched Trailer Park Boys, but it's all on Netflix, and you get right back into it, and it's still a fun ride. Everything is fun about it. Doesn't lose any steam. I love it. It's not like they're changing the formula or coming up with new concepts. They're just doing the same thing, same Trailer Park Boys stuff. Just every season they're shaking it up a little bit different. a new direction on the same concept, and it's comforting and entertaining. It's great. Got the Bubbles, got the Leahy, Randy, Rando. Not only has his gut gotten huge, but they've made him super greasy in later seasons. So his skin is always glistening with, like, they must put margarine on him or something before every take. So when everyone touches him, even by accident, they're like, "Oh, geez, Randy."
All right, that was funny.
Oh, okay. I recommend it, man.
Yeah, I'm Garbage Boys out, whatever they're called, Trailer Park Boys out.
No.
I got
what? I got like 3 shows on the go on Netflix. I'm watching that, and I told you the Ghost in the Shell new version that's out now. The animated Ghost in the Shell. It's done really well. Good animation. It's not just a,
which is not just a alley at all.
It's not just a frozen screen for 10 minutes as there's dialogue. There's actual animation, and it's good quality animation.
You don't appreciate Japanese art.
And it was early. Called? Ghost in the Shell, and then there's a subtitle, but I can't remember what the subtitle is. It takes place well after the movie that happened.
It's been too long.
And when I started it, they didn't have English voice actors yet because of the whole situation, and they put up a warning saying, to keep our talent safe, we have yet to record the English version. But then by the time I got like halfway through the season, the English stuff popped in there, so they got them to work somehow. And so I switched over. For animation, I don't mind the English translation rather than the subtitles. It's fine. It's different if it's live action. I got to have the original language if it's live action, but animation, no big deal.
I watched Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. This last week. Speaking of live action with subtitles,
I caught some of that too. Like
I love that movie, man.
A few weeks ago, it was on the movie channels, right?
Yep. Yeah, I PVR'd it.
Yeah, it was still good. Still held up.
After a global financial crisis, the world is engulfed in an AI-driven war. And it's up to Section 9 to counter new forms of cyber threats. So
that sounds like the movie.
No, that's Ghost in the Shell 2045 is what it's called. SAC 2045. There's 2 seasons.
Yeah. Oh, what? Maybe that's not. Is it this year? Maybe that.
Is that Netflix? Doesn't sound 2022 seasons.
Yeah, I mentioned you. They were like, it's about globally. There's this sustained war. So, and the nations agree that we're just going to have a
CG though. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, but it's good. It's crisp. It looks good, and it's not like cartoony. It's realistic, but not too realistic. It's a nice compromise. But yeah, they talk about this sustained war that nations agree to because nothing is more profitable in war, right? So let's just agree to keep sustained war happening. And that's the backdrop for Section 9, which is kind of broken up, and they're kind of renegade. They're mercenaries now, like a mercenary team for hire at this point. And that I'm not finished the season, so I can't get too far into it beyond that. But that's what, like in the movie, they worked for the government or whatever. At this point, they're more a team for hire.
Actually, this Ghost in the Shell, it says 1 season now.
That's the one.
Still the same name though. SAC 2045.
Yeah, that sounds right.
It came out this year.
Instead of reading the internet, you can just ask me about it.
Well, I like to get a visual of what you're actually talking about at the same time.
Again, the double standard of you being able to do whatever you want.
No double standard. I'm looking at the graphics to see what these stupid faces look like that you're going on about.
Your focus is not on me. And I prefer the focus to be on me. Isn't that what we talked about?
I hear you.
Where have you heard that before in your head?
Oh, I'm not talking to other people. That's the difference.
We're talking about focus.
Yeah. Mine's still focused on you because I'm looking at what you're talking about.
Is it? Okay. I also took in that new show that you've probably seen ads for all over the place. It's on Amazon called Upload. And it's from the creators of Community and The Office. And it's a comedy, but it's not just a straight up aha comedy. There's a broader story involved. And it's sometime in the future. If you were to die and you had things set up properly, you could upload your consciousness to like the internet somewhere, like to Amazon. I'm going to upload my consciousness to Amazon, and they have a whole world set aside for me for my consciousness to live in as long as I pay my monthly subscription. So it's an interesting concept because I could imagine something like that being possible in the future. But it was funny how this whole upload business is all subscription based. Everything is subscription based. So it's very interesting, to say the least. And then they show what some consciousness, how they live on a budget, on their budget plans, and what they get for data, because someone's got to pay for this virtual place they go and live. So, it's a concept of everlasting life, but based on a subscription format. I recommend it. I tell people to check that out. Could you see that in the future? Being able to upload your consciousness?
In your consciousness, or with your consciousness uploaded and having to pay for it?
Well,
only you find out you can't pay for shit, so you're living like poor.
You want to have that arranged so you're not living poor.
Isn't it just ready to check? Isn't it just time to check out?
That's game over, though. What if you can keep playing?
Yeah, but if you can't play at the level you want to play at, then why bother?
Well,
just check out.
That's the interesting part of this world. They show you. They got people who, like you, set that up all in your life. It's like instead of paying insurance, you're paying so you're prepared for the upload at the end. It's kind of interesting. And that is kind of like the same as the other show I'm watching on Netflix, which escapes me, where your consciousness is always saved on a backup hard drive. And your body might die, but they can put you in a new sleeve. Altered Carbon. I'm watching season 2 of that. That's what that's called. So you could potentially live for thousands and thousands of years as long as they don't hit this like hard drive that's in the back of your neck. And you're constantly being saved in different places in case this thing, something goes bad with it. I'm backed up over here. It's fine. And then they just slip your consciousness into another sleeve, as they call it. But you got to have enough money to buy a proper sleeve for you to get put into. So you should check that show out too, man. You would like that. It's dark. It's plenty dark. I like dark. It's so dark you can't even see.
Yeah. Not dark as in no light. Just don't be freaking fake.
You like sci-fi. It's not fake and stupid. It's
no, that's what I'm saying though. Just don't be fake and stupid.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
don't pander to all audiences. It's not meant to be made to watch by all audiences.
Yeah, this is not. This is not made for.
No, I'm saying that's what I like in my dark movies.
Yeah, but these last Batmans are considered dark, yet they were made for all audiences.
What, the Nolan ones?
Yeah.
They weren't really made for little kids.
Yeah.
Yeah, they weren't. Which is why I like them.
No, they're all hype.
Don't need. I like them.
I'm glad you like them.
I'm glad I liked them, and I'm glad you didn't.
I didn't say I didn't like them. I thought they
were movies
just,
that I liked and I enjoyed, and I can watch again.
They had major plot holes, and
every movie
makes
does.
sense.
Every movie does.
No one has the foresight to pre-plan a billion things down the road to work perfect, like the dominoes. Make some rules and follow the rules. Okay, this isn't a reality, so you got to follow reality. Not that magically all the dominoes fall in a perfect line, because that's never going to happen in reality.
No, but it happens in the movies.
That's a bad movie then. Unless you create the rule that this is not reality, where there's a rule that, I can skew this a certain way. Then I follow reality, that rule.
It's a movie. You're meant to be taken away. You don't need to overanalyze every single movie, man. Just
oh my gosh.
Sit back, watch and enjoy it.
That's fine, but if there's a movie that I happen to like, you will say it's terrible for the very reasons that I might have mentioned.
No,
and
you like okay, name a movie.
Name a movie.
Name some movie that you like that you think I don't like. Or wouldn't like.
Any comedy that people enjoyed.
No, give me a name. I like comedies.
Airplane.
That's meant to be stupid and silly.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. That's the rules they set out, and they followed those rules. Therefore, it is good. What about Zombieland? Did you like that?
The first one?
Either of them. I like the second one too.
I don't waste my time watching it.
So instantly it's not worth your time.
No, the first one was enough. I don't care to see that same cast again based on what I saw.
I love that cast. They have amazing chemistry together, and I like the world they created.
I'm talking about it. Now I lose my train of thought. Yeah, I liked the movie when I saw it and came out. It was just fun and goofy, and that's what it was supposed to be.
So why wouldn't you want to see more of it? So I don't get.
Because I had my fill. No. I'm not crazy about Woody Harrelson. So
I'm done at the end of the first one. Done.
It's enough. It's enough, dude. I don't need to see everything he does or more Bill Murray or whatever fucking nonsense.
How could there be more Bill Murray?
I don't know. They probably came back as a zombie.
They have a callback to it, which is great. Brilliant. What about Rocky 2? Or were you done with Rocky after 1?
No, Rocky 2 was good because he never won the title in the first one, so you wanted to see if he could actually do it.
Okay.
And actually, the premise of the second one was it wasn't even him winning the title at the start, so you never would have thought he got a rematch.
My kid
Rocky 2 was good because there was unfinished business after the first one.
There's unfinished business in every zombie movie because you always have to survive the next day. Either nation build or hunker down or something. That's what's great about zombie movies. There's always something to do.
Then why'd you get tired of Walking Dead?
I'm still watching it, aren't I? I'm tired.
You got tired of it, though.
I'm tired of their writing, their poor writing,
but you keep watching it.
Their lack of budget.
But you keep watching it.
because I enjoy the world and there's always something to do. You have to think up, how am I going to eat the next day? Where am I going to live? Do we take on the zombies or do we run from the zombies?
But you just said there's poor writing in it.
Yeah, because it's television. They have no budget, so they just have the characters make poor decisions to up the thrill factor because they have to now.
Then you shouldn't be watching it based upon your reasoning for the Nolan Batman movies.
I enjoy the
there
world.
There you go. That's it. You enjoy watching it. That's all you have to say. I don't need reasoning. All you have to say is I enjoy watching it, and that satisfies me. I don't need fucking bullshit rules.
Rules? I'm just telling you should watch the second Zombieland because you'll have entertainment out of it.
And I'm just saying you just need to watch something because you enjoy watching it.
The Walking Dead.
You don't need to make sure it follows a criteria of guidelines that you check off before you continue past 20 minutes of a movie or TV show.
No, things just have to be plausible. That's all I want.
Want it to follow the rules. It doesn't have to be plausible because it takes place in a make-believe world.
If they want
what about some space movie? Like, I don't know, fuck, whatever. Go ahead, what?
They set the rules in space movies. These are the rules for the space movies. Either we fly in a ship or we fly because we have superpowers. They set the rules and you follow the rules.
Interstellar?
Okay. That's a head shaker right there. It's the
movie.
Nolan shit. It's not great. The whole back end of it falls apart. You wonder, what the heck are you watching?
Great. It was just a fun fantasy space movie.
It wasn't fun. They took all the fun out of it because you're trying to decipher it like it's some huge Da Vinci Code that has no end.
You had to decipher the end of 2001.
Yes.
And it was still one of the best movies ever made.
I guess that's the difference when you have a genius create a film like that versus what Nolan did. Because you can still sit in bed and think about the ending of 2001 because it had that effect.
Fandango?
Anyways, you would like this show. My kid's been telling me to watch this show on Netflix, the 16-year-old.
Yeah, I think my wife's watching it.
This is classic. There's a billion shows on Netflix. How do you know what show I'm talking about?
I thought you were talking about Uploads, though.
No, I'm talking about a different show.
Now what are we talking about? How many shows you watching? How much free time do you got?
Well,
Can I have your life?
I ain't outside digging up bushes for zero reason other than so I don't have to be in my house.
No, because it needed to come out for
That's
landscaping appearances.
Yeah. Anyways, this show is called Outer, and I can't think of the second, Outer Bank or the Outer Banks, the Outer. It's new. It's like a tweener kind of show. It's set on this like Martha's Vineyard kind of island where there's super rich people, but there's also the other side of the island that's just like the common folk, the fishermen and all that.
What's this on Netflix?
Netflix. And it's so frustrating because every one of the kids, they're supposedly like 17, 18, 19 or whatever. They're all like supermodels, right? They're all just...
Is it called Outer Banks?
Outer... Yeah, okay. Could be.
Oh, I just looked it up.
Oh, I'm glad your focus was on something else.
You're talking about outer teens on an island. Can I have some reference to what we're talking about here?
Take a look at the cast.
Are they hot looking?
Every single person does not have to be a 10 and a model to be on a show, guys. That then immediately
this show you shouldn't be watching at all because it's not plausible. It's not realistic.
I tried to watch it because my kid was like really pushing on me, and I wanted to have a connection with her.
It's like that one with the I don't know what it's called. What was the one that was on like City TV like 2-3 years ago? The entire world had lost all electrical power or something.
Right. Yeah.
Remember how everyone was walking around like they just came out of their makeup chair? In the first season, and then all the fans were complaining.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Well,
they
anyways,
finally got dirtied up.
this show, these kids are like beachcombers, you know, they have boats and they have fun all day doing boat shit. And there was a hurricane and something happened. And the one kid's father's been missing at sea for 6 months. And the child services is like threatening to put him into foster care. Meanwhile, he looks like he's 25. He's in the children's aid office and they're threatening him. I'm like, he looks 25, guys. What foster home are you going to put him into? Meanwhile, so it will go. I've only seen the first episode, but it will center around some kind of treasure that they're going to go search for on some sunken boat or something. So there's going to be some kind of hook to get you in there. I haven't gotten that far yet.
Usually there's a murder when it comes to a group of teenagers like that. Someone dies. I don't know, man. Maybe if you want to watch it and share it with your daughter.
Hold on a second. Hold on. The feed's gone robo.
Yeah, you're freezing up on me now.
Hold on. I'm just going to send a note to my kids. Are you there?
Who, me?
Yeah, you're still robo. Check that no one is on the internet.
I can still hear
So
you.
frustratingly,
you've gone robotic on me.
Frustratingly, these kids are all, you know, super with the quips, and they're super smart and smarmy. You know, they're like so hip to each other, and
Uh-oh. Now, why the hell can I only see me? All right. Anyone else in the chat see Bill? Or am I just by myself? Oh, there you are.
yeah, totally kicked out.
So it kicked you out, even though it's your chat. Left me in there.
Oh, and so what did you do?
Nothing. I just asked anybody in the chat, is it just me?
Oh, we're allowed to talk to the chat now. Let me have a big freak out on your head.
Hey, I was just wondering if I should turn my computer off. I don't know if you can come back after you've been kicked out of your own record.
I can always come back, believe me.
It's fucking bullshit internet.
Well, kids are saying they weren't on it, but I don't know. Anyways.
Your neighbor's using the microwave.
What was the last thing you heard me say? Did you hear me say they were all smarmy?
Yeah, I heard that part. I heard everything you were saying.
So it's I don't know if I'll keep going on it, but it's something you'd like because you'd like these teeny bopper shows.
I used to, man. Now I find them annoying.
Yeah,
I used to be so into that teeny shit.
Did you end up watching that Lock and Key show that I hate watched?
Yeah, but I got halfway through the first, I don't know, season. Is there more than one season?
One season so far.
Yeah, I got a little over halfway through, and what I didn't like was they were starting to focus more on life in the high school.
Yeah.
As opposed to the magic of this house or these keys.
Yeah.
And it was like, turning into this. That's why. Yeah, I told you it was turning into an episode of Riverdale. Well, and I can say that because my wife was watching that, so I'd have to freaking hear about this Riverdale show and watch it.
That's what drove me crazy. They're chased by a demon, and they're like, let's just go to school. Worry about it tomorrow. It's okay.
Or they do the typical thing of, let's keep secrets from each other.
Yeah,
Even though
that was really bad for
shit is going on around us. Let's not tell other people that there's ghosts or these magic keys or whatever else was happening. I can't remember. Let's all keep a secret. We're in a big creepy house. I don't know. I don't know if I'll go back to it, to be honest with you. Hello? Oh, he's on his phone.
Well, you're getting robo. Because I'm yelling at kids again. You're getting robo.
Let's just call it quits then. We had a good hour, man.
We should probably wrap this up anyways. It's
All
good
right.
chat.
I'll see you in the morning. I'll see you in 9.5 hours.
Yeah. So,
did you hear me?
What do you want to say? Yeah, I can you hear me? Hello?
Yes, you're fine. Oh, this is like an old person part at the end of the podcast. Hello? Is this working?
That's what I want to talk about. We'll have to save it for next week. I did have I organized a family Zoom meeting. So that was fun. We got to talk about that next time.
All right, put in the notes.
As you can imagine. So yeah, check out Joe. He's over at Twitter at AC Decepticon. He's got a big YouTube channel over there on YouTube called My Life in Collecting. There's lots of prolific content creator over there. You can check out his top 20, some kind of bullshit. Go over and check that out.
Hey, if you can't say anything nice about it, don't say anything.
Respect. I did. I just promoted it. As well, he's on Instagram. Go check out his Instagram. Sign up to his Instagram and Twitter. You get all of his. And I am on Twitter at STCPod. You can find me there, and check out my Instagram where I'm showing all my backyard critters, my birds of the day. I'm heartily enjoying all my birds.
I believe it's called Birds of Instagram or some fucking.
Check out my birds of Instagram. It's fun. And over on this channel on the YouTube, which is YouTube/Start to Continue, you got the podcast streaming here. And you also have the weekly vinyl collection videos where we are flipping through some records with some expert commentary by a bunch of people that come by. You got Kevin, Buried on Mars, Polly Killed, Jake is there, and of course Matt Bandy shows up. So it's a good time. There's a live chat, and we talk to the live chat during that show. So it is very interactive, and everyone has a lot of fun over there. Check that out. Is that it?
Yeah, Swayze.
I think that's it. Thanks everybody for checking us out. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and come back next time. We're here. It'll be good times. Posting.